back to the channel, Princeton Talks. Comment, like, subscribe. Before we get into any football, just want to say happy Mother's Day. It's Mother's Day here in England. And listen, man, just take this time out to appreciate your mum. You only get one mum. What do they say? Heaven lies beneath your mum's feet. You only get one mum, man. Show her love, man. Big up to all the mums, all the grandmums, all the aunties, anyone that stepped up and is having to play that mum role. Big up, man. Because at the end of the day, Max Dowman. He thought I was coming to talk about. Hey, listen, let's get into these player ratings, man. Yes, people. Welcome back to the channel. Comment, like, subscribe. Princeton Talks. It's a player ratings. I did a reaction video yesterday. The emotions all over the place and everything. I've had time to take it all in, watch a bit of Raw. If this was like, yeah, fam, that would have killed all the monetization things. Monetize it. I do this a lot, innit? I struggle with these words, man. Anyway, yeah, that would have killed all of that if this channel was flowing like how it should be. But anyway, comment, like, subscribe, people. I was just saying that I've had some time to take in all the outside talk, watch a bit of the highlights, extra analysis, look at the stats and match of the day, all of that, innit? And yeah, man, it's had a sleep on it. So it's a good time to do the player ratings. I don't like doing player ratings straight after the match because emotions are too high. I feel like you don't even really know what you watched. More time when you watch it again, you're like, rah, I was stressing over this. Or, oh my gosh, I didn't see that. So yeah, I like to give myself at least a night's sleep and then get into the player ratings. So here we go. Arsenal versus Everton. Arsenal player ratings. And we're just starting in goal. David Raya, for me, straight away, 7. 7, I'll give it David Raya. I think his distribution was okay. I think his claiming was not as good as it always is. He made 1 or 2 decent saves. I know he had that save in the second half with his foot. I believe there was another save as well somewhere. I'm trying to remember it. But then there was also times when it looked like, oh my gosh, what are you doing there? There was that set piece they had. They had a free kick, I believe. And it's gone in there and it's almost even turned into an own goal. Like I didn't feel as comfortable as I usually do feel with him. But in terms of distribution, playing out from the back, shot stopping, I think he was still great. So I'll give him a 7. Not his best game, but he wasn't bad. 7. All right, going into the right back position. So we had Jurriën Timber playing right back. Timber, I'm gonna give Timber a 6. Timber started this season, well, from last season when he came back from an ACL. I don't think people are taking that in. He came back from an ACL last season and he played pretty much every game. Ben White weren't available. Timber slugged it out last season. And he didn't just get through. He was immense. He was arguably one of the best right backs in Europe last season. And then this season, he continued that form. But as we come to the later end of the season, I wouldn't even say second end, just like the last few weeks, last month or so. Timber, he looks leggy. He's tired. I think that Brentford game was my first thought, like, right, brother, this guy's knackered. Get him off, man. And since that game, it doesn't look like he's managed to get that rest that he's really needed. I'm sure there was even a time he was meant to be rested and then someone got injured and he had to come on. So I feel like Timber, he does need that rest. I hope that it looks like a groin injury. I hope it's nothing too serious. I mean, we've got Man City coming up. And yeah, ideally you want Timber available for any kind of Doku or Semenyo type action. I mean, I like Mosquera. Mosquera is great. We're gonna get into him, but Timber's our starter, and that's who I would prefer starting in the final. So hopefully it's nothing too serious. But yeah, Timber, 6. If I go to, let me just go to the other fullback, Calafiori. So Calafiori come back off his injury. I feel like when he came back off his injury against, what game was it, man? There was a game at the Emirates. He came back from his injury, and he just looked off it. He looked off it. He wasn't looking like the Calafiori we saw at the beginning of the season. And obviously, Nkapie's come into the team, and he's been doing great work. Nkapie has been probably our first choice left back these last few months. No questions about it. He's given us that width that we all ask for as well, not just going into the half spaces, whether that's instruction or natural instinct, who knows, but that's what we're getting and we like it. So Calafiori coming back into the team, I won't lie, I was very impressed. He looked like the Calafiori that we were seeing at the beginning of the season. And all of a sudden, I'm like, this is a little problem, man. This is a little problem. Because Nkapie is still good. Lewis Skelly still needs his minutes. We ain't forgotten. World Cup is round the corner, man. He still needs his minutes. So this is a little problem. But it's a good problem. It's a good problem. Calafiori, I'll give him a 6. I like his intent when going forward. Even though he's not the traditional fullback that's going up and bombing up and down the flanks. He's a chaos causer. This guy, I'm seeing him popping up on the right wing. I'm like, what? But his highlight of the game, of course, is the scorpion kick clearance off the... it's not off the line, cool. It wasn't really a clearance, it's a block. Scorpion kick block. Timber's been done by Ndiaye. And Ndiaye's kind of trotted on his toe, and Timber's like, this hurts too much, I can't chase him. Ndiaye's putting the ball. It's gone over Calafiori and Raya to McNeil, I believe. And he's got a shot that's looking like, yo. I believe Raya was right behind there, but I don't know if he would have reflexed that quick. I know we call him the cat, but I don't know if he would have done the Catman thing then. So, obviously, you got Calafiori there. He's seen it. The ball's gone across him. So, in attempt to shift his body, he's falling on the floor. He's on the floor now. Now, as McNeil has got the ball, he's shaped up. He's done the David Beckham arm swing. I think it was a left foot. And he's wrapped it. Literally wrapped it. I'm thinking this is a goal. This is a goal. The bench is celebrating already for Everton. The bench is going, limbs everywhere. It's going mad. Calafiori on the floor. Like, he's in the press-up stance. He's on the floor in the press-up stance. He does the freaky zeeky leg. You know, he does the Scotty too hotty, the worm thing, yeah, and like his back leg, like flings up like a mermaid's fishtail, and just swats the ball. 0-0. Calafiori. F it. You get a 7, man. I was going to give him a 6. You get a 7 for that, bruv. Yeah, that clearance was everything. Even though I think Raya was behind it. But you never know, man. As a defender, you can never be too sure. So, big him up for that. All right, cool. Moving on to the midfield. Rice. Declan Rice. Defensively, in terms of winning your aerial duels, recovery tackles, shoulder to shoulders, 7. Defensively, when it's time to lock in. Yeah, Declan Rice, bruv. He's a monster. Offensively, slightly lackluster for me, in my opinion. Offensively, we didn't really get much from Declan Rice this game. But to be fair, later on in the game, his role did change and he did become a lone 6, which I really love him in that lone 6 when it's like, all right, we're going all out attack. We just need that diamond at the back. Rice, Saliba, Gabriel, Raya. Everyone else, bomb, go. Yeah, I love it when it's like that. I don't really like it. It depends on the game state. So like start of the game, everything's neutral. We're trying to impose ourselves. I don't like it then, because if a team is pressing us, that's not the person you want as your 6. I'll tell you that for free. We've seen it. So Defensively, 7. Offensively, 5. So I think we're going to even it out to a 6 for Declan Rice. Cool. I'm not going to do too much on Declan Rice because he's had an amazing season. And yeah, man, big him up. He's certified. Now, Zubamendi. I feel like he hasn't got one good rating this whole my whole time of doing player ratings. I don't think I've given him one good rating. Whether I missed a match of his or I don't know. But for Zubamendi, today I'll give him a 6. Sorry, my screen's doing that. I'm just getting up my note because I've got the ratings over here. Yeah, today I'll give Zubamendi a 6. And I might even be a bit harsh. But Zubamendi was looking like the Zubamendi of the beginning of the season. Again, like Calafiori, he's looking like the Zubamendi of the beginning of the season, where he's a bit quicker on the ball, more quality in the final third, like little things like he was doing that. He did that little a little juggle in the box to set up. Who was it, man? He tried to set someone up with a cold shot from him, and they fluffed it. But stuff like that. Being our deepest midfielder, receiving the ball and helping it go forward. There were so many times it was like, hey, one thing, big up Everton, because Everton gave us a game. Yo, there's a handful of teams this season that I feel like, yo, these men have given us a game. In recent times, obviously Everton, Wigan, Brentford, fucking hell, what a game. Sunderland, yo, these were game, like, yo. And Everton, yeah, it was up there, man. They gave us a game, and I think it's testament to the state of the Premier League. Everyone, you know, what even Arteta's been saying in his press conferences, the man-to-man stuff, and how everyone's just realising the Premier League has become more physical, athleticism, set pieces, start, stop, start. And I think that suits managers like David Moyes quite a lot. So I don't know how I got here, but anyway, Zubamendi, I'll give him a 6. He was progressing the ball forward. That's how I got there. So basically, I was just saying that Everton's shape and their press was so well that there's a lot of times we had to go back to go forward. And in that going back to go forward, when it goes back to Raya, then Gabriel, then Saliba, then they look for Zubamendi in the middle, then he gives it to Rice. Player there, Rice can't cut through still. Back to Raya, Gabriel, Saliba, Zubamendi. Boom. This time it works. Like, they were doing that quite well. And I felt like we missed that with Odegaard missing, because Odegaard's usually the best at doing that for us. Like, come deep and kind of like before you know it, 2 minutes later, you notice, we're on the halfway line. But we're just passing it around with Raya a second ago. So I felt like Zubamendi did that well. Odegaard is a topic for another day. That's something we got to discuss, because this injury is starting to get a bit weird. I saw something yesterday about him saying he came to the match and he was saying that they were saying that by the end of March he should be back. But yeah, man, it's getting a bit concerning. He's had a horrible season, man, in terms of like injuries. But I feel like his role needs to be redefined. But again, like I said, that's a topic for another day. Cool. Eze, moving on to Eze. Eze, I'm torn between 6 and 7. Only because, hear me out, that's the best I've seen Eze in an Arsenal shirt. Hear me out. Yes. I saw the North London derby, both of them. Cool. I know he scored against Palace. He played decent against Bayern Munich. You know, Wigan. Yeah, cool. But in terms of all-round game, like, this looks more like the mold of Eze as an Arsenal player, in terms of basically he's understanding the duties, he's understanding the information being given. He's more influential in the game now. He's getting more touches on the ball. Whether he's coming deeper, going forward, he might be losing it. He loses it a little bit, but I'm not too mad at that if the intention is right. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I feel like Eze he was trying today. Today, I'm saying today, yesterday. He was trying. And that's all I've asked for. Eze, I just want to see you let me see you try. There was a foul he gave away, but I loved it. Because to give away that foul, he was running as hard as he could to get that ball. Running as hard as he could. And that's just something... I don't want to disrespect them because they're athletes, innit? But I just didn't feel like I was seeing that, man. I didn't feel like I was seeing that. So yesterday, I loved it. He was getting shots off. That's the most shots he's had in the game for us. Outside the box. He was licking them off. Left, right foot, ground shot, aerial shot. All of them. Over the top ball. Through ball. That ball to Havertz. Ooh. That should have been a moment, man. That should have been a moment still. But do you know what? I'll give Eze a 7, man. Only because I really, really liked the intention. But where I have to caveat it is with the application. So as much as, yeah, the intention is right, this is the correct mind state I need him to be in. He's getting it. It's just some of the execution. I said application. What I meant to say, some of the execution didn't match the intention. So I think he tried to do a little one of them chipped over the top through balls, one of them ones that Odegaard does and kill Odegaard for. Yeah, he tried to do one of those. Couple shots quality wise weren't that great. They're just losing the ball in certain areas. For me, I liked him. Just a little bit more quality. Just be sharper, a little bit sharper next time, and yeah, no issues there. But that is the Eze I want to see. I can't lie. That's the Eze I want to see. Bukayo Saka, my son. Bukayo Saka, my son. Yeah. The cornerstone of this whole thing. This thing. What's that, Drake? See this thing right here? Yeah. We did that. Yeah. Bukayo Saka. Let's just not forget that. Before I give him his ratings, I just want people to remember that. Yeah. I think this is the only person that was in that squad that Arteta took over. Yeah. Star boy. The face of the club, the franchise. Let's not forget. Yeah, I know there's a lot of things going on right now. I'm 17 minutes in. I ain't said the Young Bucks name. Actually, if you heard the intro, I did. But in terms of the player ratings, I ain't said the Young Bucks name. Yeah. So let's just stay focused for a second. Let's just not forget what's been going on the last 4 or 5 years. Yeah. Who's been dragging us with him? Who said, don't worry, Arsenal, you deserve better. I'm going to make sure. Yo, listen. I say all that to say Saka, 6. It wasn't his best game, but he wasn't as poor as he was in Leverkusen. He definitely tried harder, and he definitely did a lot more than he did in Leverkusen. But I feel like he faded out towards the end of the game. It's a bit of a tough one, man. He's just had a poor season. In terms of his standards, for his standards, this is a poor season. It's inexcusable as well. There's been a lot of injuries. He came back off a hamstring surgery. Can we put any of it to that? Maybe can we put any of it to that? For me, when people get onto these players like Saka and Odegaard and whatnot for showing bad form, because we know that's not the player, bad form. My thing is, it's like, can some of the other players carry a little bit? Can some of the other players carry a little bit? When I see Gabriel Saliba make a mistake, I'm like, can one of the attackers go and carry this game then a little bit? Because, bro, some of these man have carried you, man, for donkeys, bro. Carried you, bruv. Carried you like a baby on the back, bruv. Saka was just carrying these lot like a baby on the back. He had to endure a whole song with Emil Smith Rowe when he shouldn't have even been in the same sentence with him. Big up Smith Rowe. Love you. Arsenal. Hail in. I hear it. But it shouldn't have been. Do you know what I mean? Kyle Saka. Smith Rowe. It didn't make sense. But he did it. He had to go through left back. He did all of it. Hey, listen, man. Nah, I'm not having it. I'm not having this. The Saka slander will not be tolerated on this page. But yeah, like I said, I give him a 6. I wonder, would someone class that as slander? Because I would. Mad. Saka, man. I'm just hoping that Saka. To be fair, with Saka, you just chill. You just chill. People chat, and he just does the talking. Sooner or later, he's gonna be standing there in front of the camera like, yeah. So we just wait for that moment. Cool. I'll go to the other flank. Madueke, I'll give him a 6 as well. To be fair, I felt like his best moment was when they finally moved him to the right. I don't know why we keep trying this Madueke on the left thing. It don't work. It doesn't work. It needs to end. It needs to end. I can't lie. Everyone is better on the left than Madueke. Saka's better on the left than Madueke. Eze's better on the left than Madueke. Trossard's better on the left than Madueke. Martinelli's better on the left than Madueke. Every single winger is better on the left than Madueke. So how do you come up with a combination that puts Madueke on the left? That, to me, that's mind blowing. And it's not like we started Victor Gyökeres where it's like, oh, it's get first time crosses it, bruv. To who? We started Havertz. What's going on? That didn't make no sense to me. I feel like I'm giving Madueke a 6, but he could have probably got higher if he started on the right. Because that 10 seconds he got on the right, he cooked. And then he got hooked. And then, yeah, man, I didn't get it. But maybe Saka was leggy and they just didn't want to take Saka off. I don't know. But to me, that sub was the wrong sub because I don't feel like Saka had much impact after that moment anyway. Madueke gets a 6 from me. Moving on to the substitutes, Mosquera come on early for Timber. I'll give him a 7 because I feel like he dealt with Ndai a little bit better than Timber, and at a scarier part of the game when it's a bit more hairy. Look, I'm gonna say, you know what I mean. I'm trying to stop myself from saying it, but F it. You know what I mean. Nkapie, I'm giving him a 7. He came on. We didn't miss a beat. Calafiori came off. Nkapie came on, and he played a part in the goal as well, just by him being that traditional wide bombing up and down fullback. Naturally, he comes in off the left side, and it comes off his lap and falls into Victor Gyökeres. So just for that, and that tackle, yeah, you know the tackle for that led to that last corner. He gets it, bruv. I feel sorry for anyone going on that side coming up against Gabriel and Nkapie. Can you imagine, like, yo, that's the favelas. Nkapie is a 7 for me. Dowman, man. I can't. It's the order. I wanted to save it for last, but it's the order. Dowman, Max Dowman for me gets an 8. Yeah, I know you was thinking 9, 10. Relax. 8 is still very high. 8 is the highest. I've only given Saliba an 8. So for me, Max Dowman gets an 8. All right, 9. We'll give him a 9. Only because even though I feel like Saliba's all-round game was the best, Dowman's impact, it's undeniable, man. Undeniable. I said it in my last video. I'm trying to hold off. I'm hearing TalkSport saying, oh, he reminds them of Kaka. I'm trying to hold off. I'm trying not to bust my load. Yeah? Why for that? But, yo, this kid here, oh my God. Listen, he came on and changed the game. He came on and changed the Ross clock. Like, I thought, all right, he's coming on, cool. We're going to have 2 8s, Eze and Dowman just going through the middle. No. Said, Saka, go inside on the 8. You're tired, don't worry. But we know you got quality, so you can still produce when need be. Dowman, hit that flank. And he did. As soon as he... Hey, and listen, big up Arteta, because these managers are smart. They know what they're doing, man. As soon as the crowd is getting on them. Who's your favourite player? I'm bringing him on. He brings on Matt Dowman. The crowd don't even know he exists anymore. The crowd's like, who's the manager? Who? We don't care. Dowman, yeah. Obviously, academy player, very talented. They love him, innit? He's come onto the pitch. straight away. He's the kind of player, you know, those players like similar to like Shirky, innit? Obviously, Shirky's an elite level talent that's already doing big things, in it. I'm not saying he's the same as Shirky. I'm just saying in terms of a similar feeling of when certain players get the ball at their feet, just them doing a little dribble from one side to the other, or passing or like controlling the ball, turning and passing. It just looks different. It just feels different. It's like, oh wait, oh, you know when you was playing football and your brethren brought their cousin or something, and like, yeah, someone passes in the ball. Them first two times, you already know, like, oh, can't charge this guy. Can't charge into this guy. Yo, take it easy. Take it easy. Yeah, yeah. So he gives you that feel. So as soon as he comes onto the pitch, instantly excitement. The crowd is up. And like, I felt like that was the energy we needed to get a winner, because I won't lie to you, I thought it was going to be a draw. I was fully thinking, yeah, I'm going to be talking about a draw today. But when he brought in Dalman and I could see the crowd getting up, I'm like, oh, okay, might be cooking something here. Not to mention that the kid is good as well. Just on a normal day, bringing on a Halen kid that people love will get the fans on your side. But not to mention the kid is an exceptional talent as well. There was a chance. We had a very nice move where we worked it all the way across. I felt like Eze should have taken a shot, but he's managed to work it across the Dalman on his favourite foot, and he skied it. I was like, oh man, no worries, unlucky. But I was thinking, as a 16-year-old, how does that feel? How does that affect you? Is it gonna make him not shoot next time? I wonder, innit? I wonder. Anyway, we get a chance again. Dalman outside the box. He's on the flank and he's shaping up to cross it. But he's taking his time so much that I'm looking like, don't bother, mate, because everyone can see what you're going to do. You've telegraphed this cross. We can all see it. Yo, little did I know he was going to do it inch perfect into that corridor of uncertainty. I saw Joe Hart saying that people are getting onto Pickford, but it's the kind of cross where if he does get a touch on it, that could be taking it off the toe or the head of another player, and he's praised. So as much as Pickford looked mad, it's one of them ones, isn't it? So yeah, like I said, it falls to Nkapie. Gyökeres taps it in. Beautiful. And that came from the Max Dalman's cross. So instantly, we're gassed. You've seen him, he's gassed. You've seen him run over to Gyökeres and... Yeah, cuz put Gyökeres in a chokehold, bro. That was hilarious. Yeah, and then obviously his final moment when the ball comes out from a corner and he heads it down past one player. I think that's why the TalkSport guy was talking about Kaka, because of that goal Kaka scored against Man United where he's headed it between Hines and Evra. Anyway, he's headed it past them, whether it's McNeil or Dewsbury Hall. I think it's McNeil. And then Dewsbury Hall comes in with a little tackle, just goes past him as well and just taps it into an empty net. And what a big moment for a 16-year-old child. He's a child. How am I grading him? He's got to go to school and get his grades later. And I'm here grading him. I'm here telling him, yeah, it's a 8 or 9. Like, he's got to go get grades later. He's got GCSEs. Same time as World Cup. This is crazy, man. But anyway, Max Dalman, you get a 9 from me. I hope you get grades just as good in school, mate. Keep your head down, stay focused, stay humble, and yeah, the world's your oyster. All right, moving on. Victor Gyökeres. Wow, I'm quite far in this, 20-something minutes. Victor Gyökeres, I'll give him a 7. I didn't think he did much when he came on. But again, two moments. He was there to tap in that ball. And I don't know if Havertz would have been there to tap in that ball. As much as I prefer Havertz for some things, I don't know if he would have been there to tap in that ball. And 2, the second goal is his diving header, him throwing everything at it that gets it out of the box. And then you know what happens after. So big up Victor Gyökeres. That's another goal. 11 goals for the season in the league. 15, 16 in all comps. He's shutting me up. And that's all I wanted. Last but not least, Martinelli. What am I giving Martinelli? I'll give Martinelli. I'll give him a six. I'm torn. I'll leave that one for you lot. What do we rate Martinelli? I feel like he had a decent cameo. He worked hard. That's one thing I'll say. He worked really hard, and I really loved the Downman goal. How he made sure that he body checked anyone that was coming in to try to stop that beautiful moment from happening. And people don't realize Martinelli's really a team player, man. He's a real team player. Think about them Gyökeres goals. Some of them. What goal was it where he made sure like, yeah, nah, this is you. That's all you, bro. That's Gyökeres. And even the Olympiacos goal when he was like making sure, oh, is it not Gyökeres? All right, I'll tap it in there. Like he's a real team player. I love that. I love that, man. All in all, that's my player ratings. Mikel Arteta, I'll give him an 8 because actually I'll give him a 7 only because of that Madueke thing. I still don't no, he should not be playing on the left wing, bro. So he gets a 7, maybe 7.5 because the bravery of the Diamond substitute. Everyone says he's so conservative, doesn't like to go for matches, would rather take a draw than risk going for the win. Well, I think yesterday was a perfect example of why that's a lie. And there's been more examples, but that's just the most recent one. Anyway, people, comment, like, subscribe. Princeton Talks. That's the player ratings. I'm out.